After a launch pad fire scrubbed the first launch attempt 2 weeks ago, Japan's H-2B rocket lifted off September 24th with 4.1 tons of supplies and experiments intended for the International Space Station. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the main contractor for the H-2B rocket, stated the fire was due to static electricity igniting oxygen as it left the rocket's exhaust ports during fuel up. As with all missions to the ISS, the launch window was instantaneous, scheduled at 1:05:05 a.m. Japanese Standard Time in order to reach the low Earth orbit of the ISS. The uncrewed ship delivered its supplies Saturday, September 28th. In other ISS news, the next crewed mission lifted off from Kazakhstan September 25th. The three-person crew was the last scheduled launch from the historic launch pad, which saw Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin off on his historic mission in 1961, when he became the first human in space. Roscosmos has transitioned to a new iteration of the Soyuz rocket. The Soyuz 2.1A will use digital control systems and other modifications that require upgrades to the leased pad in Kazakhstan. The agency is purportedly intending to upgrade the launch pad, but funding has yet to materialize for the project. Astronaut Christina Koch tweeted this picture from aboard the International Space Station, welcoming her classmate and the new crew to the station. The crew will replace Mission 60 at the ISS and become the first shift of Expedition 61. So far, more than 230 people from 18 different countries have visited the International Space Station. This crew will spend the next 6 months conducting about 250 scientific experiments, ranging from biology, human research, and technology development, emphasizing research in deep space travel. Somewhere in these pictures is a lost lunar lander. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter made a flyby of the area believed to be the touchdown of the Vikram lander. Though the ISRO has issued a statement that they have spotted the lander with the orbiter, they have yet to release those images. These images were taken by NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter on its past September 17th. Unfortunately, attempts at contacting the lander and rover have ceased as they were not built to survive the harsh temperatures of lunar night. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter will attempt another pass of the area in October, when light conditions may be more favorable to find the craft. While the lander may have been a loss, let us not forget the wildly successful run of the orbiter payloads of the Chandrayaan 2 mission, which are still set to transmit data back to the Earth for the next 2 years. This is still quite an accomplishment for an agency that runs on a fraction of even the smaller space program's budgets. I'm looking forward to their upcoming missions to study the Sun, their race to get a manned orbiter working with crewed flights by 2022, and their Mars orbiter missions. We'll also get another chance at seeing a Chandrayaan rover in the late 2020s with their third lunar mission. September 28, 2019 marked the 11th anniversary of SpaceX achieving orbit. It is perhaps no coincidence that SpaceX CEO Elon Musk held a press conference in Boca Chica, Texas that evening. Stood in front of the towering Starship prototype, alongside a Falcon 1 for scale, Elon reminisced about the start of SpaceX, musing that this enormous prototype will do the same as the small Grasshopper prototype, which proved the viability of landing rockets. It is important to note that while Grasshopper flew up to 2,400 feet, Starship is expected to fly up to 65,000 feet in about 2 months' time in order to perform a belly flop aerodynamic landing test. To give comparison in size, Starship's pressurized interior space will be the equivalent of launching the entire International Space Station with every launch. The upcoming timeline seems to be more believable than most timelines Musk optimistically presents, with Musk explaining the efficiency in the reduction of the wing design from 3 to 2 for better aerodynamic control, the planned ability to fly Super Heavy with reduced engine capacity, and the design changes from Mach 1 and 2 being made with plates of steel, to the next iterations using uncoiled spools to make each section with one solid piece. The ramp up of Raptor engine production has also been impressive, but time will tell if they can increase their production to the planned speeds of one engine per day. Regardless, it is realistic that we could see a full Starship Super Heavy reach orbit in 6 to 9 months. Not only does this mean the gateway to planetary exploration will be thrown open, but we will get to soon see some of the most impressive exhibitions of rocket technology the world has ever seen. Stay tuned to This Week in Space Travel for updates on this and other SpaceX endeavors as they begin the journey of human spaceflight with their Starship and Super Heavy rockets. Thank you for watching, and welcome to This Week in Space Travel. We are a brand new YouTube channel, here to keep you up to date on all things space. If you liked this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified when we upload our weekly space videos and news updates. Have a story or upcoming test you think we should cover? Send me a message or leave it in the comments below. See you next week.